Hello, hello. It's Amy from Seriously Sweet and Cookie Snack Attack. And I have my very good friend Jen Moshier with us tonight. And Jen is going to be covering crackle finish before or after baking. I am super excited about this because I believe there are pros and cons to both. And I'm hoping she's going to tell us all about that as we get started. So let's welcome Jen tonight. Also, guys, please stay tuned until the end of the live stream because I have some really exciting announcements, like multiple really cool announcements about where you can catch me teaching this year and about the Cookie Snack Attack retreat. So I have found a place that has tons of space so we can have lots of people this year, and I'm super psyched about that. So make sure that you stay tuned until the end, and I will fill you all in after Jen has done her fantastic demo tonight. Jen, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Oh, you look so good. I'm so glad that you are doing well.
I'm doing good.
So for those of you who don't know, Jen recently had surgery because she needed to become partly bionic so that she can run all over CookieCon.
Not win.
So
run, not win all over.
You're bionic in my book. You got titanium in there now, girl. We can't So I have a bionic friend. I think I have several of you, but most of you don't confess that you're bionic yet. Oh, let's say hi to some people, and then I'm going to let you get started, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, we have lots of people tuning in tonight. Guys, if you have a minute, please take a second and share the live stream. I want to make sure as many people see this demo tonight as possible because you guys requested this. You wanted Crackle finished cover. You wanted Crackle finishing covered so that you had some new ideas for Easter. So Jen is going to do that for us tonight. I'm super psyched about that. Okay, guys, as always, you can watch on Facebook, you can watch on Instagram, you can watch on YouTube. The easiest place to find replays if you're watching the replay is on our YouTube channel. All that information is above the post. You can watch live on Instagram, but if you're commenting on Instagram, I can't show your comments in the StreamYard feed. So if you want your comments to show, pop on over to the Cookie Snack Attack group or the Seriously Sweet group, okay? Hey, Kathy, well, we're sorry that you won't be here between 7 and 7:30, but I know you're going to catch the replay and just let us know if you have questions. Welcome, Debbie. Debbie still has no power, so this is a big deal that she's watching. They got my snow again, and Debbie kept calling today saying, come get your snow. Well, I would like to come get my snow because we didn't have any today, but I will say, Debbie, it's a good thing I didn't have any because I was able to nail down all the last details for the Cookie Snack Attack retreat. So I'm super excited about that. Camille, how in the world are you? We hope you're doing well. Let's see. Julie says, oh my, Debbie, I feel your pain. If you can imagine in San Antonio, that happened a couple of years ago. Woo! So Julie, does that mean you're bionic too? I don't think I knew that.
No, I think it's the snow. She's talking about the snow.
Oh, she's talking about, Debbie. I got you. Not Jen. Sorry. Sorry, I am tired. I have been running since 5:30 this morning, but for you guys. So it's okay. It's totally worth it. Hey, April, let's see. Debbie thinks she might have power by 11. Julie, love you. So glad you're here tonight. Hello, Facebook user. How are you? Hey, y'all. Jen, she hopes you're doing well, but I'm not sure who that is. Sharon, hey, good to see you. I hope I'm still going to see you this weekend for decorating. Oh, guys, by the way, it shows everybody's boxes for the Magical Fairyland class that occurs this weekend. Everybody shows delivered. If that's not the case, please message me immediately. And I have that one backup box available that can leave here tomorrow, which is Wednesday, priority mail first thing in the morning. You'd probably still have it in time to decorate with us Saturday. If you have your cookie dough made ahead of time, but there is one box left. So if you want that, it's, I put it up. It's my backup box that I always keep one back in case somebody's box goes missing or gets damaged or whatever, but there's one box left. And also I have 3 packs of the Farmhouse Easter cookie cutters plus the parchment paper ready to ship. Those are on the website. So if you need any of that, head on over to Seriously Sweet Cupcakes. Trisha, we're happy to have you. And Debbie says, hi, Jen. Julie said, yikes, no power for 4 days. I'm so sorry. Jessie Ann, how are you? So for those of you who haven't seen the post yet, Jessie Ann is going to be doing Easter egg shaped domes for us, sugar domes for Easter. Isn't that a cool idea?
Yeah.
So much fun to see her doing those too. Hey, Nadine. Trisha's happy you're recovering well. Elisa says, hey, everybody, happy Fat Tuesday. Leanne, hello, how are you? Whoopi Cindy is here. Hey, 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 hey. Debbie said they're at 9.5 inches, expecting more at the end of the week. I believe she told me earlier. Hey, Dee Dee, how are you? Your cutter shipped today. Julie said, yes, it was snow she was talking about. Hey, hey. Debbie, can we get 3 inches of that? Yeah, 3 inches would be just perfect, wouldn't it, Sharon? That's all Virginia people can really handle is 3 inches.
We had snow today, but it was just fluffy and then it disappeared. Like it's not even on the lawns or anything anymore.
And we don't do well with ice. No one does well with ice, but in particular, people drive too fast down here. Julie, we love you too. Hello from Northeastern Ohio. Who is that? Is that Myra or is I don't think it's Priscilla. So maybe Myra? Who is that? Nadine says it's sunny there. See, that's funny. Hey, Joyce, your name is showing. Sharon, you can have all 9.5 inches. Amy, how are you? Okay, you guys. So I do have, hey, Sharon's going to be there. Okay, cool. Don't forget, Sharon, class starts at 10. So try to be here by 9:30, 9:45 so that we can get you all set up. Holly, yes, I think you got to tell StreamYard again. But if you just put an H at the end of your comments, I'll know it's you and I'll say it's Holly so everybody will know. Shirley, hello. Good to see you. All right, no problem, Miss Jessie Ann. Hey, hey. Is that Jen Saher? Usually she says, hey, hey. She says 65 degrees. Okay, that's what we were earlier. I don't know how Debbie got our snow and that they still have the snow. It's not melted or anything. When we were 65, 66 degrees earlier today. And it is Myra. Okay, good. I thought so. All right, you guys. So, Jen, can I tell them something really quick? Because I just can't hold it. I'm so excited. So I will see you guys at CookieCon. I have a really cool elective class planned for you. And I'm super excited because I'm going to get to teach you a cookie plus talk to you about cookie set profitability as part of my class. So I hope you guys will sign up for my elective. The cookie's really pretty. Jen loves it. So it gets her seal of approval. And then I am also teaching in Cookie-a-thon, and I have a really cool cookie for you in Cookie-a-thon, 2 cookies, one in the regular, one in the all access pass as a bonus. So I'm excited about that. And I'm going to get to teach for you with Frosting Creators of San Antonio. They have a storybook theme this year. That's going to be in June. So I get to do that. And then our Cookie Snack Attack Retreat is going to be in June. And I'm so excited to tell you all about that later. And I will do a separate video about that and tell you when you can start either on the doing payments or when you can book your full retreat amount. But I'm super excited about the place. I got to tour it today. The rooms are nice. The room where we're going to have our retreat is really nice. I've already got you guys set up for catered lunches. Breakfast comes with your hotel room this time, and it looked really good this morning when I saw it. And I've already got our banquet place booked and our cookout place all booked. So we are like, woohoo! Jen, you're coming, right? It's in June.
I'm hopeful.
All right. Just say yes. I need a commitment here, my friend. Holly said it was 62 where she is. Cindy says, so many accidents. How did you load trucks in the dark? Like what? Do they have a generator, Cindy? Because she works for UPS. Camille, mine are coming up too. Hey, Vicky, how are you? Okay, while Jen is teaching, I will be posting a picture of my cookie and my affiliate link, but I don't know if anything is turned on yet. But please, because I make affiliate commission, please, and it helps pay for the live streaming. So please make sure you click on my affiliate link right before you go to the all access pass. Because if you click on mine and then you click on someone else's, someone else will get the affiliate commission. And you know, my affiliate commission goes straight to paying for live streaming bills so we can keep bringing you the free things. Oh, and by the way, I have another schedule change coming in March that I'm super excited about. a scheduling change on the personal side of my life, Jen, which is going to help me with the cookie snack attack side of my life. So everything is aligning just like we thought they would. Just take a little bit of time. So, and I want to get you guys all set up on the retreat, okay? Because we want to see a lot of new faces at the retreat. You did not load UPS trucks with the flashlight. And Joyce, we're going to have tons of info for you. You really had to load UPS trucks with a flashlight? That seems awfully scary to me. Okay, Jen.
Yes.
Tell them if they're, I don't know if I'm amazing, but I've had a lot of caffeine today. That's all I'm going to say. I had a super-sized iced caramel macchiato with an extra shot of espresso, and I had tons of tea, caffeinated tea, which I normally don't drink, and I think it might be midnight before I fall asleep. But honestly, I only get so much help during the week. There's only 2 days where I can leave my house. And so I was running 100 miles an hour flat all day, like from early this morning until it was time to do this. And I really intended to do a live stream with you today, but too many meetings fell right into place that I could finalize retreat dates. So I was like, well, we just got to get this done, right? You got to go when you can go, right, Jen?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Now, if you are okay, what I'm going to do is switch you over here.
Okay.
Is there anything that we want to tell them? Do you have any classes locally coming up? Do you have anything online you're doing? Are you going to go to SoFlo and compete? Everyone is going to want to know.
Yes. So I'm going to SoFlo, hopefully, if my leg allows. I've booked everything and I've started making my piece.
Don't tell them. You can't tell them what it is, right? Okay. So let me say this.
All I can say is the theme is ocean.
Okay. If you are watching Cookie Snack Attackers, if you are watching right now, and there are quite a few of you when I look at the combined number, if you will comment over in the comment field that you're going to SoFlo, I want to see how many of the Cookie Snack Attackers are going to SoFlo in April, right, Jen?
It's the end of April.
Okay. I'm not going, not this year. I can't go this year. But just comment. I'm trying to work something out for you. Also, if you want to get in on the Farmhouse Easter class that's on March 2nd, I can still get cutters out to you in time. There's silhouettes. There's going to be silhouettes in the group where you can hand cut the cookies if you want to. And the class is 4 to 7 on March 2nd. So you still have plenty of time to prep for everything if you want to get on that class. All right, let's see. You guys are so good. Hey, how are you tonight? Jen is pretty awesome. Yes, she is. That's so funny. I love it. Oh, let's see. Great. Sharon says, can you see these, right? Sharon says, great to see you. Is that Holly? Carrie says she wishes she was going. And Trisha said, not going, but we'll be cheering you on from Utah.
Thank you.
Hey, Miss Pamela, how are you tonight? I also want to tell you this. Did you guys see that Julia Usher's cookie competition is virtual again this year? Did you guys see that, since they're not having that actual cake show? So her event this year is going to be virtual, and I'm going to encourage you guys to participate because they give very structured feedback. So if you're interested in venturing into the waters of actual legit competitions in the cookie world, this is one where you could learn a lot. I wouldn't approach it your first time from like going in to win, although I say if you're going to do it, you should try to do your best and try to win. But it's legit feedback. So it might help you if they're going to keep venturing in, right, Jen?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. And I might take my own advice if I get time, but there's a lot going on. So we'll just see what happens there. But anyway, all right, let's let Jen take it over. I'm going to see if you can still hear me. And I will be going to the Cookie Snack Attack group, Amy Hicks, and Seriously Sweet. And I'm going to post my affiliate link and my picture of my cookies for Cookie-a-thon. And if it's open to buy your all access passes, and by the way, there are no boxes this time. Nancy said she didn't have time to print all the cutters and get the boxes together. So if you are going to buy your all access pass, please, my friends, consider purchasing under my link so that we get the affiliate commission so we can keep this live stream rolling. All right, Jen, take it away.
All right. I'm going to flip my camera.
I'm so excited about this. Seriously, I love Crackle Finish cookies. And I am so psyched for you to talk about the before and after.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to obviously raise. This is about as close as I can get my camera to my surface and still have like a
Okay.
work surface.
Okay. I can see it well.
So
Can
I
everyone
will
else?
bring it up so that you can see the crackle finish.
Oh, I love it.
So there are obviously two ways to do a crackle finish. You can do it before you bake and you can do it after you bake. It's pretty much the same with one little difference. If you're going to paint on the color before you bake, obviously you're just going to put it on and put it in the oven. If you're doing it after you bake the cookie, you need to add cornstarch to the color, and that's what's going to
Ooh.
help it crackle. And I will say the amount that you add also will determine how much your stuff's going to crackle. So I'm going to hide that side.
Okay.
So that didn't crackle too much because I had too much coloring versus cornstarch. I know there's a
Okay.
proportion to it. I think it's like 50-50, but I just do it by eye. And
Okay.
I kind of like the feel of it, like how I feel, the combination is for me. So I was playing around, and you can, let me start with, to be able to get this crackle finish, you need a white base, and the white has to have titanium dioxide in it. That's
Yes.
what's helping make the crackle. The only one that I know of any brands that I've looked at is Americolor. It's the only
Yes.
white that has the titanium
Oh,
dioxide.
hold on, Jen. Have you checked the Wilton label?
I don't have so I said, of the whites that I own, I don't have a Wilton white, so I don't know.
All right, hold on. Because Wilton is the one I use to do crackle, and it has it as well. That
Okay.
one, if you want to test all this before you buy a big thing of Americolor, you can get that Wilton at Michael's most of the time.
But I mean, I'm wondering if like the Hobby Lobby white does. So I only have a couple of brands of white. Like I have the Americolor, I have Chef Master, and then I have the Fractal. And Americolor is the only one that has the titanium dioxide. So if you're
Okay.
going to try and do this, just look at the label of the white before you buy it, see if it has the titanium.
Yes.
So when playing, and I know people are like, I know the question is going to be, can you do a color crackle finish? And yes, you can.
Love it.
So,
And Amy Blameyer says Hobby Lobby has it too.
okay, so there you go. So Hobby Lobby's white has the titanium. That's the key, is that it has to have that titanium dioxide. So to be able to use a color, you need to obviously mix the color with white. So this was my avocado green from Americolor mixed in with the titanium dioxide, just two different, like this was just a little bit of the green and this was a little bit more. So you can play with it and see if it's going to crackle, but this was a baked cookie. So this was the painting on the cookie before it was baked. Then I wanted to just show you what happens if you're just going to, that's just my avocados. As you can see, it doesn't crackle because it doesn't have that titanium dioxide. So I don't have any colors beyond my white that has it. So that's something maybe that you can test out. If you find an actual color that has the titanium dioxide, it'll probably crackle. I just don't have any to test that theory.
Okay.
And here I just also wanted to show the varying amounts of coloring that you put on. So
Look at
this
that.
one had a little bit less than the left side.
Somebody, when I started doing crackle, someone told me, oh yeah, the more you put on, the more it crackles, but that's actually not true. It's exactly the reverse.
So actually I want to say this one had more coloring and it did crackle. Like you could see the crackle more because this is so light and it didn't crackle as much.
Well, but you can go too thick where it won't crackle at all. Like both of those look nice, but if you go really thick, like they told me to do 3 or 4 layers, you can go so thick it won't crack at all.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
Those are both beautiful. Isn't that just gorgeous?
So then we did the testing of these were baked, and then I did the crackle on it. So once again, I just wanted to show you, and don't worry, we are going to paint and I'm going to show you the mixing of it.
Oh, I love that.
This side is just straight white on the cookie. no cornstarch in the mix. So it does crackle a little, and it's just because the way you're painting, right? You're not getting a full, nice little coat. I know it's not.
It did focus and then it went out of focus.
Yeah, I think because I'm moving, I'm waiting for it to get in focus again.
Maybe go up higher. Oh, there we go.
Okay. There we go. And this side has the cornstarch in it. And this is where I said I think my mixture is off because the crackle is not as much. When I had done it for a order a few weeks ago, the crackle was a lot better. It was one of those last minute, and that's how I came up with the idea of doing this tutorial for you guys. It was a last minute decision that I made that I wanted to put crackle on the cookie, and I knew you could do it after. I just, you have to get that mixture right, and it starts to crackle pretty quickly. I did this at about 10 o'clock this morning. Then I wanted to show you doing the coloring. Unfortunately, the color does not work after. It doesn't crackle. So this is the AmeriColor blue, the Wedgwood mixed in with the white, and it didn't really crackle, very lightly. So maybe if I had the mixture a little bit better, it would crackle, but I'm going to say right now that it's not working.
Okay.
And if you want a colored crackle, you need to make sure you do it before you bake.
Okay.
And then once again, it's just, painting after the cookie's been baked to show that it doesn't crackle. Just wanted to give you all the steps and all the scenarios.
I love it. You did some serious mad scientisting right there, Jen.
I know. So now we have a baked cookie, and I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to take just a little bit of my cornstarch. Don't need a lot. And I'm going to take my white. And like I said, I do this by eye and feel that it looks, paintable.
That's so cool.
Just a little bit more. I think that's pretty. It's kind of on the thick side of how you want it.
Okay.
Kind of pasty. And I'm just going to, we'll move this over. Just going to brush it on. And if you're doing this, before it's baked, it's the same thing, right? You're just taking straight AmeriColor white or whatever white you're using and paint, and then throw it in the oven.
So cool. Did you find, you might have said, and I might have missed it, I'm sorry if you did you find that it matters if your dough is room temperature, refrigerator, or freezer? Do you get any better crackle from the different temperature of the dough before it goes in the oven?
Because I only use room temperature dough,
okay.
I wouldn't know that difference, unfortunately.
Okay. I found that it worked better with room temperature or refrigerator versus freezer.
Okay. Yeah. So, the good thing is the dough I use is I can make and bake right away. So I don't refrigerate. I don't freeze. I don't have to do any of that. And it doesn't expand on me. So I don't know. I've only ever done room temperature cookie doughs, but if we sit here now, you can probably, as it dries, you'll watch the crackle coming in.
That's so cool.
And then, you get kind of like when you're painting it, you're not getting in all those pores, which kind of helps it give that crackle effect. Mm-hmm. But that's how quick and easy it is to do a crackle. Like,
that's amazing.
And, if we just stay here and talk, if anybody has any questions, we can keep lifting this and it'll start to crackle as it dries.
That's so cool. I'm trying to, I think you froze. Can you still hear me?
I can.
Okay. No, we're unfrozen now. Hey, Renee, how are you?
Okay. I'm like, I'll just
know. Hey, Jen, does it work if you pop it in the dehydrator at this point? Did you test that?
I did not test that, but
I
it probably
wonder
would.
if
I don't have my dehydrator up here.
oh, someone else just thought of that too. Can you use a dehydrator on a baked cookie to get the crackle? Well, we don't know, but let's test that soon. And another Facebook user is asking if you feel like it changes the taste of your cookie. Trisha would like to know how's the bite and the taste.
So the bite hasn't changed. I haven't actually bitten into one. I'm assuming it probably changes it a little bit because it's cornstarch. But I didn't get any complaints from the order that I just sent out with it. So I'm going to say it doesn't change it too much.
Okay, that's good. I never did it after the cookies were baked. I haven't done that before. I'm going to try it now that you've shown this, but it didn't change it on the cookies where I used it to be. I did a wood background, and I did it before they baked, and it didn't change them on those. But I also added icing too in areas. So I mean, we still had we had a little kick, the sweetness.
Oh, so generally when I'm doing crackle, it's just a background finish, and like Amy said, I am putting icing on top. So like when I did it for the order, it was just a background effect, and I wrote the word baby on top. So they are getting icing along with the crackle effect.
And it didn't when on the I haven't done it where it's after the cookie's already baked, but on mine it was just like basically it tasted just like you'd painted the side of the cookie, which I do a lot and people really like. So on my end, like after baking, it wasn't any different than that.
Right.
Pamela said hers didn't have a taste either when she did it.
I mean, I would bite into this, but then I just realized by the smell, this is my gingerbread cookie. This is not an edible cookie.
Okay. And
I was carrying them upstairs. I'm like, these do not smell like my sugar cookie. And this was the dough I had made to make my pieces for my competition piece. So this is totally construction gingerbread.
Okay. And Camille is asking, she said, I know you don't measure, but do you know approximate ratios of color to cornstarch?
I believe
and that makes a difference, like too much versus too little. What does that do?
So I believe it's 50-50. And as we saw with this one, where I had too much coloring versus the cornstarch, it was too thin. It didn't crackle as much. So I don't know about, if I go too much cornstarch and not enough. I haven't done that one yet.
Okay. I know you will because you're too mad scientist driven not to.
Well, we could do one right here. We can add a little more, right? We can do a mixture. It does take a few hours for the crackle to come out.
It's so cool, though.
Let's see. We need a little bit more.
Okay. Oh, by the way, Jen, everybody, all the Cookie-a-thon people got new affiliate links this year, so don't rely on last year's affiliate links for anybody. Just want to make sure everyone knows that they're completely starting over on what your affiliate links are, because prior to that, every year was in the same thing, so it was harder to tell.
Got it. All right. So let's see. Oh, because I'm making a mess.
Okay, you guys, it's posted on Cookie Snack Attack, and my cookie's there, and I'm going over to the other two. So just make sure you go in through my link, but don't do it till after Jen is finished tonight.
So I will say too much cornstarch is obviously, it's like true paste, and it's really hard to brush on.
Hard to paint with.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. I don't even know if this is live yet, Jen.
Oh, your links? Right.
Yeah, I thought we weren't posting till later, but when I got back from my last meeting at the place where we're going to have our banquet, Carrie says happy Valentine's Day from your future to everyone, because she's way ahead of us.
So as we're talking, I don't know if this
look at that. You totally can tell.
The crackle's already here. Like, it's already starting to come out.
Oh, so pretty.
Oh, there it is. So there's your crackle. Like
look at that, you guys. So tell them one more time, because you just had a bunch more people tune in over on Instagram. Tell them one more time. This is after the cookie is baked, and it's 50-50
Yes.
white food gel with titanium dioxide and cornstarch.
Correct.
Okay.
And if you were going, if you were going to do it before the cookie is baked, it's just straight white with titanium dioxide.
Got it.
But before it's baked, you also have the ability to add a little color to it.
Ooh, wow, it's really in focus right there.
Yeah.
So do you see in the cookie to the right, do you see the lower where she added color to the white? Oh, and my sweet adventure Alabama saying hit it with your heat tool for super fast.
All right, give me 1 second. Let me just reach it.
All right, and Amy Blameyer is saying I have plenty of baked cookies she can try this with tonight. Well, report back in the Cookie Snack Attack group under Jen's video, so we all go to the same place to look for it. Okay. That's so great. I love it. It's like anytime Jen's on, we have a power tool or something really cool. I love it.
Okay. So
Debbie
that's really dry now, and it's really crackled.
Wow, I love that.
And here is the too much cornstarch, it still crackles.
Okay, so with the too much, it kind of looks like it's flaking up, is it? No, it's attached. It looks good.
Yeah.
Man, can you imagine adding a little of that like Christmas red in with the white so it looks like barnyard red and doing an actual barn cookie or like a rodeo theme cookie? Wouldn't that be so pretty?
So here is too much white. We can actually, since we're going to use, thank you, Kristen, for the suggestion of the heat gun.
Look at that.
So that's too much white, I think. And let's see what we get.
Oh, that's exciting. So if that heat gun works, it must work in the dehydrator. You can see it crackling, by the way.
See, but too much of the coloring and not enough the cornstarch, you're not going to get the crackle.
Yep. It's not, you can tell it's not as much, but if that works with that heat gun, it must work in the dehydrator, right?
It must. So it's definitely
really cool. That's amazing. That is super cool.
So it's definitely better to have more of a pasty than a looser mixture, because that's just not going to crackle on you.
Okay.
Any other mad scientist stuff we want to do?
I
have one more.
No one has put anything up, but I mean, I'm guessing if it works with the heat gun, it's going to work even with the color mixed in, right? With the heat gun?
Let's find out. Let's make sure I've got them. We can do it one more, right? We got one more cookie. Let's put the coloring in and we'll get the mixture right. I have to put it a little bit more.
Okay. Oh, and Jen, I put a link for you guys too, just so you know, because Jen told me about this earlier. I put a link in the Cookie Snack Attack group. They have, if you're planning on going to CookieCon, I put a link to the CookieCon attendee group because they have now posted all of the instructors, so you can go check all that out too. Okay. Jen, thank you for keeping us all up to date. She keeps me so squared away. She's like, Amy, this is up. And I'm like, okay, I'm there. I'm on it. But today's been a lagging day because I literally have been all over this county working stuff out for us.
So let's do a painted.
Look at that. Oh, I love that. Claudette, yes, you can put icing on top of the crackle. It'll still stick because it's icing to icing, or icing to icing to the, what am I trying to say? The gel coloring. And that is, y'all send me photos of some good food because you're hungry, aren't you, Debbie? That's probably Holly, right? It says that's a baked cookie, right? Yes, it is. Thank you guys for joining over on Instagram too. We're so happy you're joining over there. Don't forget, watch the replays on Facebook or YouTube.
All right, we're gonna do one more mad scientist. I'm gonna get a different color. I wonder if it's the blue. I'm gonna get the green again.
Okay.
Hold on.
Claudette, when we say you can ice on top of it, like Jen did the background color of a baby shower cookie and then did icing on top of that, but not the only part of the crackle that's going to show is where you don't put icing on top of it, right, Jen? It doesn't come through the icing. It's just meant to be like a background. You know, like we use textured parchment sheets and we create the textured backgrounds. This is like a different kind of texture. Hey, Trisha, she said, hey, y'all, haven't been around much lately. Just got here. Is this just royal icing she's spreading on it? No, it is a 50-50 mixture being spread on an already baked cookie of cornstarch and white food gel that has titanium dioxide in it on a cookie that's already baked, showing that you can do crackle before or after you bake. Oh, it wasn't Holly, but this is Holly. Okay. So guys, if your name's not showing, just give me some initials at the end and I can usually figure out who it is. That might have been, was that Myra?
All right, so we're going to use the green like we did on the pre-bake or before it was baked.
Okay.
Maybe it's the blue and maybe it's just some colors you can't do it with. Let's find out.
This is very exciting. Do you guys love this? It's so much fun, right?
All right, so it is the fact that you can only do colored crackle pre-bake, not after. It is not crackling if you try to do it with the cornstarch.
Who is this? Someone is saying, oh my goodness, I had no idea the instructors were announced my first time teaching this year at CookieCon. Who is that? And congratulations. Trisha said, oh, okay, I have to rewatch the beginning to get the formula. I know most of us have only done it before baking, but Jen just showed do rewatch the video because she just showed 6 different examples of the crackle. So it's really cool. Hey, Rabiha's here. Hello, girl. How are you? All right. There we go. Okay.
So, a little mad scientist with our...
I wonder though, because I know that during Cookie-a-thon, somebody did crackle finish before and they did it with colors. Wasn't it Nancy? Not Nancy Westfall, but a different Nancy. And she did those pumpkins, remember?
No.
She had in the Cookie-a-thon group I feel like it was pumpkins and it was 2 years ago. And she had colors. So maybe it's what's in the color gel too. Maybe that affects it.
That's very possible. But we saw my green, we know I tried my green. This is before it was baked.
Yes.
And it worked.
Okay.
And
so yes.
The ratio too, right? That you can only have a little bit of the coloring, that it has to mostly be the white.
And doesn't that look good? Because I totally see a weathered wood.
Mm-hmm.
Look and all of that. Isn't that cool? And Rabiha says she's doing good. How are y'all doing? So Jen is doing fantastic because she is now partly bionic. I'm doing well because my life is coming back into order. So my stress is going to come down. Thank you for watching the lives. We appreciate you watching very much and for commenting and for sharing and all the cool stuff you do. And Trisha, very good point here. This is cool because sometimes I don't think that far ahead to know if I'm going to want to crackle something before I bake it. Isn't this so neat? I didn't even know you could do it after.
And that's what happened with my order. I had baked everything and I hadn't really thought about what I was going to do with the one cookie. And I was like, you know what? Let me try and do a crackle on it. And because I knew you could do it after it was baked. So
Well, this is completely fabulous, and so many things you're going to be able to do with this. Sharon is saying thank you, Jen.
you're welcome.
And
I know
Carrie
it's a
Meyer.
short and sweet little tutorial.
No, it's perfect. And Carrie is saying, thank you so much, Jen and Amy. Very interesting and appreciated. So that is like another tool in your cookie toolbox, brought to you by another fabulous cookie snack attacker. Julie says, yes, thank you, Jen. Allison says, great info. Can you just show them the cookies again really quick? Because there's a lot of people that tuned in the last 15 minutes. So Debbie says, thank you. Facebook user says you're amazing.
So these are pre-baked. So this crackle was put on before it was baked, and that's just straight coloring, no cornstarch. And then these cookies are what we did here tonight. And they are the cornstarch mix.
Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so pre-baking, just to make sure that we have this right, pre-baking, you've tested this on room temperature dough because you don't chill or freeze yours, right?
Correct.
And you did white food gel mixed with a little bit of color, but the white food gel had to have titanium dioxide in it.
Correct.
Okay, and AmeriColor is the color that you use.
Correct.
I've tested Wilton, and Amy Blameyer has tested the Hobby Lobby white. So we know those three because personal experience in the group. And then Jen showed us tonight a 50-50 ratio of cornstarch with the white food gel can create the crackle finish after baking. And Kristen said we could use your heat gun to make it crackle even faster. So we have a few people testing if they can pop it in the dehydrator that already have cookies baked that are going to test this out tonight. And they're going to report back to the Cookie Snack Attack group in the comments under Jen's video.
And we know the heat gun works because that's what we were just using.
And did I cover it, Jen?
Yeah, I think you got it.
But we don't think it works well mixing the color in with the white with the cornstarch to do an after bake crackle, but we're not sure if it's because of the ratio of the cornstarch or because the color thins it down too much, right?
Right. Well, I mean, I'm still making sure I've got the same consistency. I'm just thinking it's just not, the reaction is just not working the same.
Okay.
The cornstarch is in the mix.
That crackle in the color may have come from the cookie spreading a little when it bakes, right?
I think so. And that's right. That's also how you're getting some of this crackle.
Okay, that makes perfect sense.
Right. So, I mean, if you want to do a colored crackle, it has to be a forethought before you bake.
All right, I'm with you. Now, Jen.
Yeah.
There were only 3 or 4 people that commented that they were going to SoFlo, but I'm going to ask the next couple of live streams, the next couple weeks, how many people are going to SoFlo, and then I'm going to decide if I'm going to do something for you guys that are there.
Okay.
Okay. Are you going to come back on camera with us? Let's see. All right. So Trisha said, doesn't the cornstarch need to be cooked, or is that what the heat gun does?
It doesn't need to be cooked because we were just using the heat gun to do it quickly right now while on the live. So when I've done the crackle, I just let it sit for a few hours.
And I've never thought about it needing to be cooked, but I wouldn't think it does because we use it to dust our molds and stuff with too before we do fondant right? So I don't know.
And people are dusting marshmallows with cornstarch.
And they're not baking those. Yeah. And Jamie said, I didn't know Wilton and Hobby Lobby did the same as AmeriColor, so good to know. So try those out. Debbie said I'll have to try it when I get my power back. Right now, the kitchen didn't make the cut to run off the generator. Computer to watch the live was much more important. Well, Debbie, we love you. Thank you for that. April says, this is so great. You two are so appreciated. True about the dusting. Was just thinking like when you use flour for other recipes. Now flour, I know for sure, like when I used to make the cookie dough to sell in the store. The flour had to be cooked before I could put it in to make the cookie dough. You know, when you know what I'm talking about? The unbaked cookie dough.
Yeah.
Sandra, I think you have a birthday today, lady. Happy birthday. How are you?
Happy birthday.
So Jen, tell us anything else you want to tell us that's coming up or that you're doing, where we can catch you.
So I'm still on the down low for a couple of months. I'm still recuperating. It's going to take me a while. I'm still out of work. So I'm not starting back my classes until April.
Okay. I have to say, I'm so proud of you, though, because you have faithfully been exercising, going to PT, and doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, which is we need you at all the places we all normally go. It would not be the same if you didn't show up. So please just get totally better. Okay.
I'm trying.
All right. Hey, Janie says, thank you. Been times I wished I had Crackle, but had already baked. I know. Isn't this so great, you guys, that you can do it after? I'm super psyched about that. I'm really psyched about that. Okay. So quickly, because Trisha said she's been out of the loop also. Oh, Jennifer had hip surgery. So she will no longer be limping. She will be our bionic woman. She will be able to leap tall buildings in a single bound with that titanium hip joint of hers. Just kidding. But I love that you're going to have metal.
I've told you before, I have metal in my body before this.
Okay, I just thought of a T Swift reference. I'm not going to use it, but just know that it popped into my head and I'm trying to push it out. All right. Oh, and April has titanium in her back. So I wonder, you guys, if we like charged you, if you would stick together. Oh, but Jen, seriously, so happy you are doing better. So happy. And you look good and you don't look like you're in massive pain. And that's what I was really worried about. Hey, and Trisha, we're in the same club. I had knee replacement in August. Okay. Right. I have a lot more bionic metal friends than I thought.
So, I mean, it's starting to ache because I've been sitting, but.
Okay. Well, we can finish up for the night if you are good to go, unless there's anything else you want to tell us. I just want to say, oh, and Sandra said she has total hip replacement a week ago.
Oh, well, wow.
I hope you are also following doctor's instructions and doing well, Sandra.
So I'm only 2 weeks ahead of her. I had it 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I hope that didn't slow you down too much for your birthday. And Miss Pamela has it in her back. I'm going to be doing the other knee later this year. I hope it's after CookieCon. We want to see you at CookieCon in September. Okay, they said thanks so much. Lisa says thanks for sharing. I'm so happy. So, guys, I didn't get to do my live stream earlier today because I was locking down info on the retreat. So I will be live streaming tomorrow. I'm gonna still do it at noon because I want to give you a whole bunch of details on the retreat, and I also want it to be posted so you can either pay your full cookie snack retreat registration or you can set up to make payments. But I have all that info for you. Also, I'm teaching in Cookie-a-thon, and while Jen was teaching, I was able to get the post up in on my personal page, Amy Hicks, Seriously Sweets, and on the Cookie Snack Attack page. There is an affiliate link there. I have to tell you, though, I thought we weren't supposed to post till later in the week, but before I went live, I saw a bunch of people had posted, so I posted mine. Please go through my link. I'll pin it to the top of all the pages, but please go through my link because my affiliate commission does help pay for a huge chunk of live streaming expenses, and that's what it's dedicated to. So if you can help a girl out, do that, please. And I'll see you as an elective instructor at CookieCon. I'm so excited for that. And I guess they're going to show the cookies soon, Jen. I don't know. But Jen gave me seal of approval on my CookieCon cookie too. Allison and Debbie did as well. So I think you guys are going to enjoy it. And it's definitely fun. And then Frosting Creators of San Antonio, I'm going to be teaching with them at their story. It's called Storybook this year. Their theme was Storybook. So I have something cool planned for that. And there's There's one other place. I don't want to say what I'm teaching yet, so I'm not going to say where it is, but there's another online event that I was invited to teach at this year that I'm excited about. So I'll let you know about that a little bit later. And then, of course, our cookie retreat in June. So I think that brings you up to date on all like the major things that are happening right now. Jen, did I forget anything that we talked about?
I don't think so.
Okay, but I'll come on tomorrow and do that. And then also maybe tomorrow, I don't have it right in front of me, but if there was a bonus cookie that if you purchase the cookie cutters for the farmhouse Easter, I put a bonus free cookie cutter in there of a baby bunny. And I might do that tomorrow. If not tomorrow, definitely I'll be doing that next Tuesday. Okay. All right. So Jen, hang out with me for a minute. Thank you, girl. Love you so much. Glad you're doing well. Don't leave just yet, but I'm going to let everybody else go.
Yeah.
Sorry,
just stretching.
I'm going to let our Instagram viewers go first. So bye, guys. Have a great night. See, I'm always so paranoid that I'll forget to turn Instagram off, and then I'll start talking to my husband or my mother or the dogs or something, and Instagram's running in the background because if you don't turn it off first, sometimes it doesn't turn off right away. And I'm so paranoid about that. All right, so we're off Instagram, Jen. We're good to go. Now we're going to end the live stream here on Facebook and Cookie Snack Attack and all of that. So, and YouTube. We'll catch you guys later. Have a great night.